Shalom Aleichem Rabotai. Mishnah Yomi is holding in Masechet Shabbat. We just started the 9th Perek Tet, yesterday, and we're on a bit of a vacation from Shabbat, talking about various dinim throughout Shas that are based on or hinted to in a pasuk. So now we're holding on Mishnah Gimel. Minayin, how do you know the foletet shechvat zera b'yom hashlishi, that a woman who was with her husband and then on the third day has a discharge of seed, she tmeya, that this is tmeya. Now there's another girsa here which says tahora, and that's Rabbi Eliezer ben Azari's girsa. The Gemara discusses this and which one is halachically acceptable. So we don't pass them in Mishnah, but the pasuk that hints to this din is shenamar v'hayu nechonim l'shloshet yomim, be ready on the third day. And the pasuk continues, Altik Shalisha. So this is in Shemos, in the 19th chapter of Shemos, when Moshe is telling the people to get ready for Matan Torah, and we wanted not just the men, but also the women to be fully ritually pure for that event. So if there was a discharge of something that was still considered Shechvat Zera, because it still had the power to fertilize during the first 3 days, then it would render the women Tameot, and wouldn't be as gishmak a Kabbalah Satorah at Har Sinai. So Moshe warned the people to avoid situations that would come into a potential Tumah problem later. Good. The next in Minayin, Shemarchitzim et Mila b'yom hashlishi. How do you know that you wash the little baby who just had a bris on the third day? Shachalios b'Shabbos, even when the third day is on Shabbos. So they used to, this was the medically accepted and halachically accepted view, was to wash the baby in hot water potentially, even on Shabbos, because they had this Masorah that medically it was necessary. Shneemar v'hayu v'yom hashlishi b'yotam kavim, and it was on the third day they were all aching, and this refers to what we just had in Vayishlach, when Shechem ben Chamor and the city of Shechem all got a bris because they wanted to keep Dinah bat Yaakov, and they wanted to marry the Jewish girls as they saw fit and take all the wealth of the Jews. And so they said, hey, come settle with us and we'll take all your wealth. And the Jews, the Shvatim said, no, you have to get a bris first. So they got a bris, and then of course Shimon and Levi went to go punish them for allowing their prince to violate maidens. Apparently he was used to doing that all the time and no one objected, so they were all culpable. There's various mafarshim about why they were all culpable, Dafka, and not just Shechem, the rapist himself. So they went in on the third day when everyone was in agony from the bris. There's a discussion in the Gemara, is this Dafka the third day is the worst, or even the first and second day we might be Mechalel Shabbos to warm up water and wash the baby, or not. So it's a discussion there, but Lamaisa, medical science and understanding and halachic understanding of medical reality has changed. So we don't, if you feel like you might need to wash your infant who just got a Mila on the third day, which is Shabbos, please consult your Rav first. The Mishnah continues with the third din, Minayin, how do you know, Shekosherin Lashon Shel Zohori, that we tie on a red strap, a crimson, scarf thing, Barosh Sir Mishtaleach, onto the horns of the goat which is sent out. And this is the famous Yom Kippur offering that the goats, there's a lottery for the goats, and one of them is a Karban Lashem, and one of them is La'azazel, and it's thrown off the cliff as its carbonic sacrifice. Imiyu, and the pasuk is in Yeshaya, Im Yehu Chatatechem Kasholig, Kashanim, Kasholig Yelbinu. So if the Chatayim, the mistakes, are like red, like shanim, like scarlet, Kasholig Yelbinu, they will be bleached and whitened and forgiven like snow. So they used to tie half of the ribbon, half of the red strap around a rock and half around the goat, and then throw it off. And sometimes there was a miracle done if we were zoche, and the strap would turn white, and it was visible to the people, and they were very happy about that. Right, Mishnah Dalet, another pasuk-related din, Minayin l'sicha, how do you know the anointing, rubbing oil on the skin, shehi kishtiya, b'yom kippurim, that it is forbidden like drinking on Yom Kippur, that basically the liquid, the oil, absorbs through the skin, and it's a bit like drinking. Afal pishen raya l'davar, it's not a halachic proof, zecher l'davar, but it's a hint. Shnemar, it says in Tehillim 109, v'tavo chamayim bekirbo, may it come like water into his insides, ukashemin be'atzmotav, like like oil into his bones. So it hints that liquids absorb through the skin, and they would be forbidden, at least rabbinically, from anointing on Yom Kippur. Shkoyach Rabosai, sei gesund.